What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Now you join me on this lovely windy day out here with the Megane once again, because it's been roughly nearly a whole year since I've had the Megane. So I thought I'd get out here and film everything I've done to the car all in one video, so it's easy for you guys to find. So let's get into it. So before we get into today's video, make sure you like, share and subscribe as you always do, and ring the bell notification to find your way back for any future content. So the idea behind this video, I know it's a little bit windy so you're going to have to bear with. The idea behind this video is that we've got all of the mods that I've done to the Megane in the year since owning it, all in the same video, like I say, so it's easy for you guys to find. So starting things off at the front of the car, the tinted front badge. I get a lot of questions with this. A light smoke tint on the badge like you would on your headlights or your rear lights and stuff. Just to take some of the intensity of the chrome out, because it was very chrome, and it like stood out a little bit too much for me. And this is just the perfect balance between blanking it off completely and obviously still keeping it visible. The RS front badge as well, which I got done, that was in the early days. That was Ryan Kilner again at K&R Graphics, which has now been sold on to Diamond Performance. Private plate, got to mention the private plate. I've got that as a gift, which obviously looks really good with the car. And obviously, if for you guys that are wondering, VE1 being version 1, and then you've got 14 is my birthday, and Ash is my name. Also talking now, we've got obviously the Maxim front lip, which I did a separate video on, which I'll leave all these things at the top for you guys to click on if you wanted to go off and then come back to this video after. I think that's about it up the front. So the tint, the badge, and the Maxim front lip. Right, now talking wheels and tyres. Obviously, a lot of you guys know these are the standard trophy wheels, but they are just painted in one colour in a satin black down at Wheelworks in Colchester. Something I wanted to get done literally from the moment I got the car. Like, I liked the car as it looked, but the wheels, I wasn't a fan of the diamond cut or the red on the wheels. I know that some guys, some guys do like that, but not for me. So all one colour. It's on a stud conversion as well, and it's on a 16mm spacer, IBAC spacer. And now is running the Goodyear Eagle F1 Super Sports all round instead of them dreadful Pretenzers that come on the car in the first place. Right, so now getting into the side of the car, obviously some of these parts have been wrapped. I had a little chrome, this was obviously fully chrome, so that's been done gloss. The whole chrome on the door strip has gone now to satin black to match the wheels, and some of the plastics, because this isn't really sort of the thing you want standing out, in my opinion. Had the door handles done as well there in a gloss black, because they were all chrome. There was just a lot of chrome on this car to start with, which I wasn't really a fan of, so I kind of made my way around it and done a sort of chrome delete. Right, so getting around to the back of the car, little light smoke on the rear reverse lights, just because they are white. I'll put a little picture on there, guys, for you guys to see now. They normally are very like white and chrome as well, so this went with the whole theme of the de-chroming. Just like I say, a light smoke. I think this is a double ply light smoke to make sure it's not as visible, but when obviously the lights are on, it's still very very clear. Rear badge has also been wrapped with the same guys down Premier Signs down in Colchester as well. Obviously the wiper delete, which I did a little tutorial thing on, so you can check that up there. Much easier on this than it was on the Clio, but we won't get into that now. Maxim rear lip, had this quite early on as well, because it was a nice little subtle change. I like the flick to the back. I know this isn't everyone's cup of tea, but these cars have this kind of like, hatchbacks don't really have much going on up the back, especially as far as like wing aesthetic looks. So this was perfect for me, and I had one on the Clio and I loved it, so got one for the Meg. Now getting obviously round to the exhaust, as some of you guys know, the car had K-Tech Racing on board for the Remap exhaust and air intake that we'll get into in a moment. But round the back, the exhaust, the K-Tech Super Sport catback system, so it still retains the valve, but it also means that things are a little bit fruitier on sport and race, and it sounds like this. and also the exhaust surround has been wrapped in a chrome black as well. I'm waiting for the better weather to paint the inside of the actual exhaust itself in like a heat-proof paint, because obviously this gets so dirty from the parts and stuff that the auto box makes, and just so much dirt in there and stuff. So just clean things up a little bit, and yeah, that's it. Right, so getting into the engine bay. Obviously, I know these aren't the prettiest things to look at, so you're gonna have to bear with on that. But yeah, so some of the mods under here, not a lot done. Like I say, at the moment, this is just like basically the K-Tech Racing intake and intake pipe aftermarket as well, because that's just a better airflow and stuff or whatever. I know that Forge do one as well, very similar thing, but obviously with the K-Tech stuff, running both of those. Also the Forge spacer, blow off valve spacer, that video is doing really well, so if you want to check that out, pick it up there. But yeah, super easy install for if you guys want a little bit more excitement under the engine bay, but you don't want to go running all the recirc and stuff. So with those mods in mind, it made 320 horsepower and like 360 foot-pounds on the day of the remap, and it goes a lot better than it did. So if you want to check that video out and that series, I'll leave those up there for you. Also, I know you guys can't see it, but I'm also running the Powerflex lower torque mount as well on this, which I also did a video on. But yeah, that just stiffened things up on the engine, stopped a little bit more of that player stuff, and I noticed on and off throttle was much better, and especially between gears, much more crisp, and a nice little easy mod, 2 bolts, 10 minutes. Right, so my favourite mod I've done since having the car, without a doubt, is the Remap, because the car as standard, the standard exhaust actually sounded quite good. I just wanted a little bit more from it in sport and race mode, which this exactly what this the exhaust does. It's one of those things, it's almost free performance. I know obviously you pay for the software and stuff, but you don't need specifically any mods to support a good Remap game. Now I know obviously, like I expressed in my Remap video, that I didn't make the numbers that I wanted to, but after driving the car and seeing how basically how it performs exactly what it's supposed to, like it's just it's woken it up in so many different ways, like especially when like it's the torque and power as well. It pulls harder through every range, like third gear now. But yeah, it just goes so much quicker than it used to, and it was no slouch to start with. And I know these cars aren't about going fast in a straight line, but where the Remap has worked best for this car is the speed difference at like the most useful power, most useful miles per hour. Sorry. So like on track, this is where this car is supposed to shine, and like around B roads and stuff, this isn't meant for like going fast in a straight line. But being between 40 and 110, this car's so much faster at all those ranges. Like, and I did a video compared to a standard Megane, if you guys want to check that out. So you can see in a real life situation how the remapped car performs against a standard car. Now I know one of them was manual and mine's obviously auto, which obviously you can see in the video the difference in the gear changes, how much flatter they are. But it's more about like if he was to roll on me in a set of traffic lights or something in real life, basically if someone was to try and want it with you, that's how it would have looked. But yeah, really enjoyed that video as well, so shout out to you, Tom. Right, so I'm going to end the video there, guys. Like I say, everything will be, all the links will be in the description for all the parts that I've featured in this video and had in the car over the last year. So I really enjoyed obviously these little bits and bobs that I've been doing, and let's see what the future holds for the car, myself and the channel. So catch you in the next one.